going to talk about being in control or controlling, being out of control, and a space between the two. I've spent a bit of time pondering this because I observed that as human beings we tend to oscillate between control and out of control. And also I saw that control was limiting, that it was a lot of effort and quite exhausting, and that I realised that control was ego-orientated. We try to control things because the idea of being out of control is scary. So control comes from fear, the fear of what would happen if we're not in control. And then out of control is the complete polar opposite. It's when you can't control things, when you're exhausted, when you can no longer maintain that control of your environment, that things tend to spiral and move out of control. I've seen a lot of people that strive their whole lives to keep control of things. And I've also realised that those people try to control people and events. And the more you try to control something, there's almost like a rebelliousness in it that tries to pull it out of control. In relationships, you sometimes have a partner that is controlling, and through their controlling, the other partner can sometimes then rebel and become out of control. And it's this sort of strange symbiotic relationship where people tend to swing from one to the other. But what I realised when I sat with it and I pondered it is that there's a space between the two. And in that space, it's flow, it's an allowing. It's not being in control and it's not being out of control. And to me, this is where the magic happens. This is where inspiration happens. This is where huge potential is in this space in between. Because when you're sitting in control, there is only limited possibilities, because you limit the possibilities by controlling what and how you do things. When you're out of control, then there's unlimited possibilities, but there's also unlimited possibilities for chaos. And not many people I know really enjoy living in that space of chaos. But in this center space, in this space between out of control and in control, is unlimited potential. And I just want to explain a little bit of how to access that unlimited potential. To me, it's about being present. So it's about connecting, about maintaining the balance of what is right for me. So ensuring that I'm eating right, that I'm sleeping enough, that I exercise. Not in a controlled manner, but in a, if I feel inspired to do something, non-resistive matter. And I think that's the most important thing. We all get thoughts like, I should call this person, or wouldn't it be good if I went for a run, or I think I should eat healthily. But not always do we follow through on those ideas. More often than not, because there's resistance. You'd rather eat some sugar or have a takeaway than eat something healthy. Going to the gym or going out to exercise is exhausting and it's a lot of effort, especially if you haven't been doing it regularly. And there's resistance to that. It's also got to do with your subconscious mind and the programs that you already have. And that's why finding this space in the middle can be so incredibly tricky. It's realizing that your resistance comes from your programs, realizing that resistance doesn't actually take you where you want to go, and learning to see the resistance for what it is, your programs and your beliefs keeping you where you've always been. And when you see that, then you can let it go and move forward seamlessly with your life. So to me, in this space, it's about living with inspiration, being moved by inspiration and allowing yourself to be moved. It's about being in action of your life. So when you're inspired to do something, taking action of it. It's not a static space, it's a very fluid space, and it can move things forward in your life incredibly fast. However, sometimes when you tend to get fast, then there's more resistance because suddenly it's like you get a speed wobble. So be aware of that. So this is exactly what it's about. It's about fluidity, it's about flow, it's about being very present and aware. If you're not aware, then you won't notice the inspiration when it comes. It's creating space and time to notice that inspiration as it arises, and then taking action on it. And that's really it for this week. It's just a little bit of an awareness. I've had lots of fun with it, and I find in my life that when I can hold that space, not control it, not make it happen, but allow it and be in action of it, then truly amazing things can happen. I hope you have fun exploring it, and I'd love to hear back from you if you find any amazing insights. Thank you very much. Good day.